Sierra Satterton, and welcome to Change the Globe News Network, where we cover your latest news on how people choose to leave their mark on this world. Today we will be covering how others have made a positive difference and how you can too. For this first story, we go to Green Park, where some local children have made a big difference on a small scale. Live on the scene, we have our reporter Jennifer Jiff. How are you, Jennifer?
I'm very well, thank you, Sierra. Last evening, we got an anonymous tip from a woman in the area that her 2 young children had made great strides in helping the planet. Intrigued, I took some of our best reporters with me and found that these 2 young children, only 4 and 6 years old, had made a completely carbon neutral, nay, carbon negative city in the park. An impressive feat. This city is so eco-friendly that it completely blends in with the surrounding environment. Let's take a look. As you can see, there are many little houses surrounding the large one in the middle. We believe this one is in fact the town hall. The children even built a little swimming pool for the town's small residents. All right, back to you, Sierra.
Well, those children certainly have made the world a better place, but how can you influence your children to do the same? The answer, apparently, is very easy, according to the mother who gave us the tip about her children earlier. Supposedly, all you have to do is feed your children all natural, organic food from the time they can chew. And now on to our next segment. One man, Dr. Anthony Ark, has made it his mission to make the world a better place by inventing a new car. And recently, sales of this hottest new vehicle have been exploding. The new Volkswagen diesel has set out to right the wrongs of its predecessor. While it's essentially the same exact car, but in different colors, there's one major difference. Every time you start the engine of your sparklingly new car, the car will ask you if you really want to drive it or if you would rather take the bus or ride a bike. Surprisingly, people have been ponying up $40,000 to buy a car, which is more a statement than an actual mode of transportation. More and more of these cars have been appearing on the streets, but not in the way you might expect. In fact, none of them have been driven. 100% of the new Volkswagen diesels on the streets have been parked in front of McMansions, all of which have fully functioning garages. We'll see you right after the break. I'm Sierra Satterton, and you're watching Change the Globe News Network.
Get your new Volkswagen diesel today. The all-new Volkswagen diesel comes in all the trending colors, including lime green, bright orange, brown, and white. Don't miss out on your chance to buy the new Volkswagen diesel at only $39,999. Buy today and get an extra tire free.
Welcome back to Change the Globe News Network. I'm Sierra Satterton, and today we'll be covering a story that takes place all the way across the country in the middle of nowhere, Utah. For a project, a boy named Dylan at Nowhere Community College came up with an ingenious idea that could help the Earth solve many of its problems, including, but not limited to, water pollution, light pollution, noise pollution, and maybe just regular pollution too. For the details of this life-changing solution, we go to Kelly Carter. Kelly? Thanks, Sierra. I have with me here Nowhere Community College student Dylan, the brains of the operation. Dylan, tell us a little bit about your idea.
Well, I sort of figured, since we've done so much damage to the world, the best thing we can do is go back to the time when before we started doing the damage, you know? So like no electricity and using stone tools instead of plows and having, campfires to sleep around instead of beds to sleep in, you know?
That certainly is a revolutionary idea.
Thanks.
And now I heard the whole town of Nowhere was so fond of this idea that they wanted to adopt it immediately, but that you suggested maybe they start a trial run in a nursing home before they bring it to the public. Now, why is that?
Well, you see, my gram and my gramps live in the nursing home, and they're always complaining about how this darn newfangled technology is so hard to use and understand. So I figured they'd be the best people to test this thing out since they wouldn't miss any of it, you know? I mean, it might be kind of hard for the ones that need oxygen tanks since they wouldn't be able to use those anymore, but they're all going to die soon anyway, so who cares?
Well, all right. That logic certainly follows. Now, I have one last question for you. Why did you choose this project above others?
Well, I have always wanted to make the world a better place.
That you have, Dylan. That you have. Now back to you, Sierra. Thank you so much, Kelly and Dylan. Now it's time to cover our final story. Today we have with us here Maggie Mayfield, a self-proclaimed fashionista, who will be joining us for an exclusive look into the newest way you can buy clothes and help the world. Maggie, what is it that you do?
Okay, so in the world of fast fashion, so many people are throwing away so many of their clothes after just one wear. Because of this, I designed a biodegradable clothing line called From Dresses to Dirt. Basically, the clothes we make are made out of natural resources. So as soon as you're done wearing them, you can just throw them in your backyard, and in no time at all, your fashionable clothing will be turned into dirt.
Yes, in fact, many of our sources have reported that this biodegradable material is so biodegradable that it deteriorates after only 3 hours of wear. However, people are not complaining about this. In fact, they are praising it, saying, "This way I have the opportunity to try out more clothes I would never otherwise get to wear." Now, here's a question I think many of our viewers have. Since this clothing is so biodegradable, won't you have to manufacture more of it, and so won't you be using up more energy and resources?
Maybe, but that's not the point. We're going to be saving the environment by returning the resources we use back to the earth. And you won't have to waste any energy taking the clothes off.
All right, Maggie. Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that you sell undergarments as well as shirts and pants?
Yes, we sell underwear, we sell everything from formal ball gowns to pajamas. But don't forget to get back from that dance before midnight.
You heard her. Everyone be prepared to throw away your laundry machine and your favorite pairs of clothes. It's time to buy some 3-hour lasting pajamas, starting at only $14.99. That's it for today, America. I'm Sierra Souderton, and this is CGNN. Just remember, it's regular people, just like you, who can change the world.
I forgot. Carbon neutral, nay, carbon negative city in the park. That her 2 young children made great strides. Last evening we got an anonymous.
Now I have with me here community college. No, I have with me here Nowhere Community College student. I have with me here community college graduate. No, I have with me here community college. Why can't I say?
3, 2, action.
Will be. Now it's time to cover. Now it's time to cover our final story. Today, sources have reported that these biodegradable pieces of clothing are so.
So that's going to save energy.
Everyone be prepared to throw away your laundry machines and your. It's time to throw away your laundry machine and your favorite clothes. And time. Wait. You heard her. That's it for today, America. I can't even remember her name. God, I forgot my first. This is the Change of Global News Network. Welcome back to Change the News Network. Why not? Welcome back to Change the News and welcome to Change the Globe News Network. Welcome to Change the News Network. What? And welcome to Change the. Welcome back to Change the Globe, where we cover your latest stories and repeat how. Blah, blah, blah. Today we'll be covering how others have made the. Today we'll be covering where we cover your latest stories on how people have chosen to love. Our first story is somewhere. Where we cover your latest stories on how people have. Our first story. Today we'll be where we cover. Today we'll be discovering. Today we'll be talking about how others have made a positive difference. Today we will be talking how recently sales of this hottest new vehicle have been exploding. What is this? Hi, I'm Sierra Satterton.